Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? We,
Welcome
we
back.
got the big Ricochet in the house.
Woo!
I'm Bald Nate here. Let's go.
The ball beauty
The Bald Beauty is here.
and the most handsome man on the internet. All gas, no brakes with it. You know what I
You know
mean?
what I mean?
Big Daddy Joe in the house. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you, brother. The Studley boys are back together
We're
and
back.
flipping the script a little bit today. We're not reviewing the show. We're
Nope.
just going to talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Let's talk to him. Let's see what we want to talk about. All
Well,
right.
I have a question, sir, that we
All
kind
right.
of talked about a little bit while I was at the
Mhm.
Avril Lavigne concert. No judgment. And so, sir, can we talk about spears for a minute?
Let's talk
Pause.
about
Before we get too deep in it,
it. Pickles.
I want to throw this out there. There's a candidate for worst spear, and I'm going to catch a lot of hate online for it.
A candidate for worst spear.
Worst spear. Before we get to the best, I got to talk about the worst.
All right, let's talk about it. Is it Jay Uso?
It's Coat. Edge.
Oh,
Coat.
Edge. Yeah.
It looks like he's just giving you a hug as you fall back. And no disrespect, he's a legend, one of the goats of all time. So I'm grateful for Cope, Edge, whatever you want to call him. But that spear, man,
That's not really as bad as I thought. I thought you was gonna go Jay Uso and then get all the
no,
hate online.
I can't hate on Jay's spear. Is it the best spear? No, it's
No.
not going to be in this conversation today. But Edge's spear is god awful.
Yeah. And the reason
So
why we're talking about spears is because we have a legend of the spear who just came back.
Goldberg,
Goldberg.
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 I think he has the best spear of all time. If I'm honest with you,
He is the king of spears.
like it's just the way. Obviously, former Atlanta Falcons linebacker. I can't say great because he's great in college. The
Yeah.
pros, the game's so much faster. Anybody that just makes it to the NFL is a better athlete than I'll ever be.
Hmm.
Y'all can talk all your crap, but these guys are amazing. Even the practice squad is better than you. So
Right. Exactly.
but just the way he went into it, just full tilt, it looked like he was trying to tear through you and tear you in half.
Yeah.
So Goldberg's the best right
That
now.
football. Yeah.
Before I get too deep, do you got another candidate for us, sir?
Braun Breaker.
Bro, you read my mind because that's what I
Bro.
was about to say. Like, it's the speed for me, right?
Yeah.
Because he's 230 pounds of solid muscle and he moves like a gazelle. The
Yep.
only thing I can
He just
compare it to
gallops.
is the alpha male Monty Brown when he did the pounce.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Get that much speed behind it and just cut you in half.
Man, the way like the spear that he did on Carlito from the from the halfway court.
Yeah. I think my favorite is when he does the thing around the ring,
Yeah, yeah, when he
runs all
runs
the way
all the way
around the
around the
ring.
ring.
I'm just because
Yeah,
like I don't understand how a human being can generate that much speed because I want you guys like they timed him. They checked his time, right? He hit the ropes at
yes.
like 28 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Some of your fastest animals can go up to like 30,
30
35.
miles. Yeah, exactly.
He is not that far off. It's not like
Right.
cheetah speed, but he's up there with like a gazelle and
It
some
was like a
stuff.
gazelle, exactly. Top speed
So
gazelle.
it's insane to me. Also, honorable mention to my boy Bobby Lashley
Honorable mention of Bobby Lashley. Bro
because
tears people in two.
when he breaks out the spear, it's just incredible. Charlotte's got a great spear.
Yeah.
Jade's got a great spear. Jade's got a really good spear,
Jay's got
actually.
a really good spear.
Like
Yeah.
Jade, side note, like just seeing her progression now from when
Hmm.
not trashing AEW. They're a completely different company, completely different way they do business, but they don't have a performance center. They don't have a super like specialized training facility. So it's crazy to see how her progression's gone.
Yeah, she's gotten so much better, so many more moves added to her repertoire. Like she's really doing it. And I've heard also, this is an aside, I heard that she got her first movie role. I can't remember exactly who she's starring beside, but I'm excited to see how well her acting chops are.
Listen, after finding out what they did to Seth Rollins in the Captain America movie, I don't get my hopes up over wrestlers in movies like I used to.
Yeah, they did them dirty.
But anyway, all that aside, just some great spears. I love to see a good spears. Also, dishonorable mentions. As much as I love the Big Show, Paul White, whatever you call him,
Yeah,
his spear was not pretty
it wasn't,
at
but
all.
I want to talk about Roman Reigns real quick.
Yes. How do we go through this whole conversation and not bring up our tribal chief? We got to put our ones up for the
Yeah,
tribal chief.
we got to talk about Roman Reigns because his may not be the best spear of all time, but his is the most hype spear of
The
all time.
most hype, and like when he hits it, you feel it. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain it. It doesn't have the intensity of a Goldberg or a Braun Breaker spear, as far as like pure looks like it's going to cut you in half,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely looks like when it hits,
Wow.
you're breaking a rib.
Yeah.
So, gosh, man, I love a good spear. So, I have something I want to throw out to you that wasn't on the conversation list that we were talking about yet.
Let's go. Let's talk about
Okay,
it.
so this
All
this is completely blind for Joe.
right. This is how he does me, y'all.
Uh, we are so excited to have Ron Killens back.
Yeah.
So excited. Y'all keep an eye out on the channel. I'm releasing a solo video about him this week or next week. I got to record it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're doing a solo video on him. But did you catch the promo between him and Nick Aldis this past week? When he's
Uh,
backstage and Nick Aldis showed up, you notice what he says?
on SmackDown.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. He said,
Yeah.
"Y'all all can't talk at once."
Right. Yeah. I heard. Yep.
My man
Yep.
was by himself.
Yep.
So what if our truth really did get fired, but Ron Killens is the one that got hired? And I say that to say, like, my man's taking on a full mankind arc right now,
Yep.
and I'm loving it.
Me too, bro.
Like,
Me too.
I've been
Put some
waiting
respect on his name.
for 17 years to get this version of Ron Killens because I remember him in TNA. I remember the kind of like insanity he brought and everything, and
Yeah.
also like the social stuff he would bring up
Mm-hmm.
in TNA. He could do this in this character. He, as Ron Killens, not to get too deep into, Juneteenth was yesterday. Happy Freedom Day for everybody.
Happy
That
Freedom Day, y'all.
so Ron Killens had a promo in TNA where he was talking to Ricky Steamboat,
Ricky Steamboat. Yep. I was thinking
and
about the same exact one.
and he just sat there and said, "People like me didn't get an opportunity like that, did they?"
Mm-hmm.
Talking about being in WWE, and of course, I was a kid when I watched that the first time. It didn't, it went, but now as an adult, I'm like, we've talked about it before. I mean, it's you can bring stuff up like that now with Ron Killens.
Yep. He said the Intercontinental Championship was a second class citizens championship.
It was it went from it's the workhorse belt again now. Throw that out there, but at the time it was just a prop. All
Yeah.
belts are props, but that one especially was just like, here you go. You're not going to get the world title. Just take this and be happy.
It was like at the time, like
Yeah,
that, like here, get out my face type.
yeah.
Yeah.
So seeing this version of Ron Killings, I'm excited. I need it. I need to see it
Yeah.
in my life because I think we're on the precipice of something. The man's 53, but he's probably the most over man on the roster right now.
Definitely.
I think he's got Cody beat right now. The only person that might come close right now, based off merch sales, is maybe Karrion Kross,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm loving his gimmick right now too. But I don't know if they're
I need to
going to.
get me a pair of those socks.
Yes, I don't. I don't know if they're going to pull the trigger on Ron Killens and put the rocket ship on him at 53.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a 6 month title reign. Does not. I think Jey Uso's 2 month title reign was great and what it
Yeah.
needed to be. We're going to talk about that here in a second. We'll segue with this after
Ooh,
getting some
Rikishi
more.
had a lot to say.
Huh?
I don't disagree with everything he said either, but yeah. We're talking about Rikishi.
Oh, he had a lot to
He
say.
had a lot to say.
The
I
tribal
don't disagree with
chiefs.
everything he said, but he had a
Yeah,
lot to say.
yeah, and it's his son, right? Like
Yeah. That was Papa. That was Papa coming out.
that was Dad coming out.
Yeah.
And if my kid was wrestling right now and they pulled the belt off of her after 2 months, I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was a bad call.
I know what they were trying to set up. I can't necessarily say that it was a bad call. I just didn't like it.
You don't like Jay losing that quick?
No.
All right, explain your
But I
hypothesis,
did.
sir.
Okay. If we go back one podcast, maybe two, you remember I said Jey Uso isn't the type to hold the title for long. right?
Yes, sir.
He said, yeah, it's kind of like Edge. He'll have it for a little bit, then it'll be gone, and he'll get it again, and then it'll be gone. And I was like, I feel like that's what they're going to do with Jay. Segue to a week ago, that's exactly what happened. 50 something days of him reigning. And I feel like that was even too short for an Edge type character, right? Who's like way over with the fans. Merch sales is crazy. Wrestling is on the up and up and all of that stuff. And I feel like his reign was very entertaining, much more entertaining than Gunther's was for the heavyweight title that he had for almost a year. That's the reason why I feel like Jay brought so much character to the heavyweight title belt that it's actually more of a it hurts the prop a little bit more to take him off of it so early just to insert Goldberg, which I don't feel is a bad thing. Let him have his match, but did we necessarily, this is my question, did we necessarily need to have a title attached to it in order for it to mean something?
I'll have two sides on this.
All right.
Okay, two minds. First, me thinking it's a Bill Goldberg match. And when I think of Bill Goldberg, I think of the big gold belt, which is what the world heavyweight title is now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not necessarily necessary, but I think it adds a little flair to it, so to speak. Also, I think if it's going to be a Goldberg match, it's going to be his last match. You know, it's going to main event, right?
Yeah.
And Jey Uso, unfortunately, they did not really. His only main event title defense was on Raw when he lost it. That was messed up, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna piss the internet off. I think this is the right call for
I
now
mean,
because
I
we can
didn't
go back to it.
I didn't say it was the wrong call. I just said
No,
I didn't like it.
yeah, and
That's
that's
all. And that's the thing. I don't expect wrestling to make me happy all the time or be the thing that I would do,
yeah.
which is what I think that the internet community has a problem with, is that if it doesn't go the way you think it goes, and all of a sudden you're pissy. Please excuse my French. But
Oh, you're good.
that's that's not where I'm coming from at all. Perhaps it was the right call. I'm not writing the script. I'm not doing that. I just didn't like it. That's
Oh
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the money's always in the chase with the baby face. That's where I was trying to go earlier, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very rare you can have a baby face hold the title for a year or so, other than like
Mhm.
because even when John Cena and Hulk Hogan did it, it got old.
Yeah.
But now if a heel holds it for a long time,
Yeah.
there's intrigue in it because you want to see him get his butt whooped.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns doesn't hold the belt for 4.5, 5 years if
As
he's
a
a
baby.
baby face. It doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it don't work like that, sweetheart.
Mhm.
Cody holding it for a year, honestly, got a little long in the tooth if we're honest about it. We got to be honest about that. Cody's great. I love Cody. I think he is the top guy in the company. But
Yeah.
I think him holding the belt for a year got long in the tooth for me.
It got a little boring.
But I'm not
I gotta give it a
I
buck,
don't
but
hate Cody for that. That's not
yeah.
Cody's call. Cody's making a lot of money for him right now. Why would you not put the belt on him and keep it on him? But
Yeah.
a guy like Gunther is not going to be flashy. He's not going to be as entertaining as far as the sports entertainment aspect of it, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm salivating if we can just get a 5 minute, because God, don't let Goldberg go longer than 5 minutes in his last match. Please don't. Just a 5 minute Gunther Goldberg just beat the ever living tar out of each other. And Gunther, I don't care if Gunther cheats to win. I just think that for the world title to me is just a chef's kiss. Now, to be fair, I'm
Hmm.
going to give you guys the backstory. I loved Goldberg as a kid. Like I had Boo Koodles wrestling shirts, and about 18 of them had Goldberg's face on it. I was a Goldberg mark. I was so bad, like in elementary school. Mr. C, if you ever see this, my elementary school gym teacher, every Friday we go to PE class. He called me Goldberg because I was always wearing a Goldberg shirt. So, Mr. C, if you ever watch this, you can still call me Goldberg, please. I would love to catch up. But so for me, I'm just excited to see it. I understand why a lot of the IWC is pissed off about it to an extent because the last few times Goldberg's been out there, it's sucked. And if they put the belt on Goldberg, in Atlanta, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be angry. I'm not going to be happy with it. I'm still going to watch
Yeah.
WWE. Like, what kind of idiot says they wouldn't? But I'm still going to watch every week.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be happy with that because Goldberg's not Ron Killings.
No, not at all. And
Goldberg's
the
not.
athleticism is not what it used to be.
No, I mean he still looks great. He looks
He
better than
looks
I
great.
ever will.
Yeah.
But it's just the idea that if you're not going to be here for more than 2 months, you don't need a belt at all. You have still has the same aura he had in 1997. Yeah,
Mhm.
97. He's got the same aura. I
Yeah.
heard as much as the internet was fussing about it, you heard the crowd. Everybody was chanting his
Everybody was
name.
chanting Goldberg. Yep.
Everybody was excited as soon as the music hits. Dude, I was sitting in my office at work. Not that I ever watch wrestling at work. If my boss ever sees this, I don't do it. I don't. But I'm just like, I was hyped because it's Goldberg, guys. Like our childhood heroes are phasing out finally. And Sting, I thought was the last one, and then I didn't realize Goldberg didn't really get his last hurrah. And I think every wrestler at that caliber deserves it, and Goldberg's no exception. He wasn't a Stone Cold or The Rock or anything,
Yeah.
but he was WCW for 3 years.
Yeah, he was the face. He was the face. And I do agree with you when it comes down to Goldberg. I mean, he's great. It's greatness, period. You know.
Yeah. He
Um,
wasn't going to put on a 5-star match, but that's not what I wanted from Goldberg.
yeah. But also I wanted to bring back this thing real quick.
Sorry.
You were talking about the comparison between Cody being, because he was a baby face, but his reign was a bit stagnant from time to time, right? Whereas Jay's, he had only been a champion for less than 2 months, right? The difference is Jay's was written better. He was
Yeah.
the underdog in every situation. So it made you want to pull for him even more. And everybody was coming for his neck. I think that's the difference. Cody, you expected to win. And when you got to win, you weren't surprised. When Jay won and Jay rolled you up, and it's like, oh my God, he won again. It was like a
Like, how'd
Rocky
he
flip.
do it?
Yeah.
And
It's
it's
like
the
Rocky.
dichotomy of these two belts, right?
Yeah.
The SmackDown belt is the traditional WWE belt. That is the flashy sports entertainment belt. To me, that world heavyweight title, and no, Jey Uso's not the best worker in the world, but he's great
Yeah.
at what he does. That's the workhorse belt. That's the guy that's going to defend that belt every single week. This one's going to defend it. The SmackDown one's going to defend it once every couple months.
Yeah.
The Raw one's every few weeks or so.
Hmm.
But and just also the Jey Uso loss. Can we just appreciate the fact they did this on Raw? Like
Right.
they haven't done that since 2020 for the men's division, and that's every 5 years or so. So every now and then, it's just cool to see a TV world title change. You used to see it from time to time in the Attitude Era, but they've cooled off on it a little bit. So it's cool to do it. I wasn't expecting
Make it
it.
more unpredictable because
Yeah,
I definitely wasn't expecting it. And
no.
that part with breaking exceeding our expectation or breaking our expectation, it was a great thing.
And again, the sleeper,
Yeah.
the
And he
same
went to
move that
sleep.
the same move that Gunther tapped out to, but Jay didn't tap out.
Jay didn't tap out.
He,
I'm telling you, it's like Rocky. It's like if they turn Jay Uso into Rocky Balboa, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like it's just kind of like, yo, he is the underdog. He's quote unquote smaller, not as athletic or whatever, but is like has the will to get there. And that's what I kind of see Jay Uso as a wrestler.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you there. But also, the rumor is they're putting the band back together with the Usos.
Yeah, I heard that too. And that's
So
probably and that's probably a good thing because the tag team wrestling on the Raw side is down right now.
it's
So
it's down, but the tag team overall in WWE is just getting so much better. You got
yeah.
the Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, who, dude, I wish I could have been at SmackDown because Motor City Machine Guns is one of my all-time favorites.
And they
They're,
did, man. Yeah, it was awesome.
watch it.
And look, The blue brand is killing it on that side, man.
And the War Raiders. I keep wanting to call them War Machine from back before WWE, but the War Raiders are excellent. I don't care what anybody says, and
Yeah, they
I'm
are.
loving the New Day. Xavier Woods coming out looking like a pimp named Slickback for my Boondocks fans.
It's a pimp named Slickback.
Yes. And if that sounded offensive coming out of my southern white mouth, I apologize. That's the first thing I thought of when he come out the other night was the Boondocks. What am I doing?
Oh,
But he
we're
come
just
out.
talking, man,
He
having a
looked
good time.
fly, man. He looked
Yeah,
fly.
he did.
Like I couldn't pull that off. That
You
looked
know, this is the
good.
first podcast that we've kind of just talked.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, this is the first
Get
time that we haven't just looked at like an event and kind of broke down stuff. We just kind of
yeah.
just talking. This is fun.
So I'm loving. Like I'm so glad that we're bringing back goofy gimmicks.
Yeah, man, for real. Mr. Iguana, I gotta get a shirt.
Dude, Mr. Iguana, I want the puppet. I want
I want
everything.
the
Cause
puppet and the shirt, bro.
so and again, I'm just gonna say this before we go to the next topic, and this is completely off topic, but Chad Gable's the best wrestler in the world. Uh,
And
what
we agreed
about
on
Kenny?
that, I think. Last week we talked about that.
What about Kenny Omega? He's not best friends with El Grande Americano. Okay.
Right, exactly.
So
That's
apparently, anybody that pulls for El Grande Americano is a bad person on the internet now. I said I will be a bad person all day long, baby, because I freaking love it. Because
El
it's
Grande
not.
Americano was main event, baby. That doggone Mark Henry is killing it.
He needs to win every match.
Yep.
Every match. Put him against the whole roster against him and let him win. With just headbutting people. Boo, boo,
This is Owen Hart all over again.
dude. It's so good. Like
It is.
nobody else could pull it off. Nobody else could.
The character is great. I mean, this him, Kurt
I'm laughing
Angle.
so hard I'm crying right now.
So so tell me if you disagree. I put these people in the same category as goats, right? We got Chad Gable, Kurt Angle, Owen Hart, all that can pull off those
Every single thing.
every single character. It doesn't matter what you give them. Great in ring, great on the mic. Just you're gonna get something great whenever they come around. We said this last time. Chad Gable can make a broom go over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what sets those guys apart is they're so good in the ring that the goofy stuff doesn't detract from it.
yeah.
We talked a little bit about Ron Killens earlier, and that's the problem. Ron Killens great, but he's not the shooter, so
Hmm.
to speak. So it does kind of pull him down a little bit. So this is bringing him back up anyway. So the fact that those guys could just go with anybody. Owen Hart hit Mick Foley with a bag of popcorn. Foley sold it,
Yeah.
and the crowd went banana, as the late great Pat Patterson would say.
Oh
So
my God.
this is great, but nothing. Something that's not so goofy. We have a weird alliance over on the AEW side now.
Yeah, man. And I'm loving it, bro. I was just like, I was waiting for this to happen. I was waiting for this to happen. Right.
I want to hear your thoughts before I give you mine.
So we got a Swerve and Cowboy alliance. And the way that this is going to take over AEW, because they already on the women's side, they killing it,
Killing it.
bar none. This is going to take AEW over, like to the point where I'm even hearing WWE fans looking at peeking at AEW like, maybe I will watch this over this
Yeah.
that day. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, are we
Which
talking
I
about
probably
July
would.
12th?
Yeah. Okay. Um,
We're going to talk about that here in a few too, if we can, if we have time.
he told old boy to mind his business, and I loved it. I was like, wait a minute, are we getting babyface back? Are we slowly getting there? Tell me what your thoughts are, bro.
I'm gnawing at the bit because ever since I've seen the clip, the video, I was just like, I think I know what's going to happen. I'm fantasy booking again. Y'all know that's my thing, right? They're going to work together for a little while. Hangman's going to win the belt.
Yeah.
Swerve's going to make some new friends with MJF, MVP, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, because I have been on this train for months now. You have heard me for months. I need Swerve in the Hurt Syndicate. I need it. Our very first podcast we recorded, we talked about the Hurt Syndicate, and I said I want Swerve in it. In this big bald beautiful head here. Hangman's going to win the belt. Swerve's going to be a cool little ally there, here and there. But then it's going to come down to it. MVP is going to be like, do you not remember what he did to you? Do you not remember the cinder block? Do you not remember the cage match? Do you not remember all these awful things where he deliberately let Joe pin him just so you don't win the world title at Revolution? Do you not remember all this? And Swerve's going to,
Right.
Cowboy's done. Gable's the best wrestler in the world, but Swerve is the best character in wrestling right now. Do you
He is.
understand the words coming out of my mouth?
And I need his shirt. I mean, I need his shoes.
Because whose house are we in? Swerve's
Swerve's
house.
house.
This is Swerve's house.
Yeah.
AEW has the potential to be Swerve's company.
Facts.
I don't care what anybody says. I like Kenny Omega. Don't like the Young Bucks. I'm not even going to try and pretend like I like the Young Bucks. I don't like the Young Bucks.
you tried so hard with that one because
I tried.
I was like, no, you don't. That is a lie.
I felt it. I felt the telekinesis come through my headset. Like, don't even do it, bro. Don't cap.
Don't even pretend.
Like, I know you're going to be at church on Sunday praising hallelujah. Don't lie on this podcast now. You're right. I don't like the Young Bucks, but I like a lot of the AEW roster, and everyone's like, oh, MJF should be who they build around. I think it should be Swerve for now.
Yeah.
For the next 5 years, 10 years, I don't care. I'm telling you guys.
I mean, honestly, when I think about AEW, I think about Swerve first.
That's the first person that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
Because he come there out of NXT and
Yep.
not Josh in NXT, but just the whole, he built himself from the ground up again in AEW. And now he's a household name. He's got his own shoes line. I want those shoes. I'm not even a sneakerhead, and I want those shoes. Like,
I'm a sneakerhead, and I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have them. I think Travis got them actually.
I think he did. I think he sent them to me on Insta.
Yeah.
Wrassle Twins Pod on Insta. Watch you guys.
Shameless plug. Follow us on Canada at the Movies too.
Yes, I was about to throw that out there too. Candid. My boys on our friends at Candid. This is, we work together, obviously, because you see our pretty faces on there too. So, quick plug too, man.
Yeah.
WrestleCade 2025 is coming up in a few months. I need all of our friends on the TikTok, on the Insta, and everything to get this out to AML Wrestling, get this out to Tracy Myers. We would love the privilege to do press for you guys.
I love you, AML.
We love you. We are small but growing.
I love you, WrestleCade.
This same energy here to WrestleCade weekend and get you hype, okay?
To the moon, to the moon, to the moon.
To the moon. It'll be a better team than Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley. We're that hype. We are the hype bros now.
Big hype.
So that's my shameless plug. I need all my friends on the TikTok to share this, get this to Tracy Myers and AML. We want to do everything we can to help you guys out.
Yeah. Yada I mean.
Yada I mean. And let's see.
I feel like him in this shirt. I do. I'm not going front.
You do. You look good in it too.
Thank you, man. Black works on me.
That's my color too. I'm wearing KO today.
Yeah.
Because
I miss you, KO. I miss you, KO.
That's my long lost brother.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't know. Me and KO don't go way back, but I like to pretend like we do. I ain't got my glasses on. I was trying to look at something, and I'm just like squinting. It's bad, y'all. I got to pay to see these days.
Me too. I mean, the fact Y'all pick on people who wear glasses, but you have to understand we don't get enough credit or love. We literally pay to see you
Every day.
every day.
You better appreciate us. I take my glasses off just because I don't like the glare, but I cannot see nothing.
You think this is comfortable? You think I do this because I look
Uh,
good in it, even though I do. But I'm just saying, you think I do this for that? No.
yeah, it's glasses slide down your nose all day. Can't get
Yeah.
sweaty. God forbid if you get sweaty. And I'm a big boy.
Don't
I
have them too
sweat.
tight behind your ears a little bit.
Yeah.
Messes up.
Y'all, this is the
My
most fun
little,
we've ever recorded. This is us, like,
my little piggy. Yes.
in
Yes.
general. Okay. This is this is what we do. Like, this was WrestleMania night 2 when we got to hang out together with
Yeah,
Travis
man.
and everything. This was
That was
us.
a blast. In fact, I got to have you back over for SummerSlam.
Well, last topic I wanted to bring up, dudes, because you brought
All
up
right.
SummerSlam. Let's bring up
Please.
All In and the Great American Bash and all that good stuff.
All
A
right.
lot of people are mad about it online, but I'm going to give my take, and I want you to give your take. I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad about it either. I mean, it's direct competition.
Uh, Let's be honest here. NXT, first of all, if you're complaining about a developmental brand competing
Right.
against your main roster, what are you doing? TK,
Right.
as much many good things as TK's done, I'm not picking on TK, but I am going to say I think it's a little petty that you get upset online about it because guess what? You are a main roster product going up
Mhm.
against NXT, and NXT is great. I'm not picking on NXT, but how are you going to sit here and say, "Oh, it's unfair" or whatever? I can't remember what he said. He didn't say it was unfair. He's just talking about beating them or whatever. They're a developmental brand.
Right. Get over yourself.
It's
Listen,
not. It's not like they're
AEW.
putting WrestleMania against All In.
Exactly. Exactly. Like AEW is a great company on its own. Stop trying
Yeah,
to compare it to a developmental. It makes it feels
less than.
less than. Exactly. So if you're talking about, there shouldn't even be a comparison.
No,
You
it's
know,
just
nothing,
wrestling.
nothing like you said, nothing against NXT or anything like that. But you shouldn't compare yourself to NXT because
No,
you're not that. That's not what you do.
because you
You
got
know?
Cowboy versus John Moxley and Mercedes
Yeah.
Moné versus Tony Storm
Right.
versus what Sol Ruka. Not Sol Ruka's great, but
Yeah.
she's not at that level.
Hmm. And I
Trick
will be
Williams,
tuning in.
Trick
I
Williams,
will be
great.
tuning in to NXT. I'll probably be watching it the day after or something like
Yeah,
that. But
or flipping
like,
between channels like we did in the '90s.
yeah,
Like that's what
WCW and WWE, man, like those were the days. Like, it's stop complaining when you are making wrestling fans happy.
we
I
got.
am happy that this is happening.
I'm happy that there's more than one company now, right?
Yeah.
It's an alternative. You're a solid
Hmm.
number two, and there's nothing wrong with. I just realized what I said.
There's nothing wrong with a solid
This
number
no, no. If you were, if you were, if you were a loose number two, we'd have problems. Since you're a solid number two,
Diarrhea, cha cha cha.
and I'm not. Okay,
Where
so
were we?
solid number two. Let me
Solid number two.
solid number two. Okay, AEW. You're not. It's not going to overtake WWE, and that's okay.
No, yeah,
But we can enjoy it. I love AEW. I don't love everything, but I love AEW. I love Ricochet
yeah.
stealing Zach Gowen's leg and everything but the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. And so let's
I'm
not
an
let's
Osprey fan. I'm a big Osprey fan. Give me the flippy doodah.
like Osprey, but I'm not in the hype. I don't know why.
What?
I like him. I like to watch him work, but I would rather watch. I don't know. I can't even think of a good comparison. I'm already going to get tarred and feathered for that statement alone, and also the solid number two. So
Yeah, yeah. I didn't say it, but
I,
I laughed. So they're probably gonna give it to me too. So
no, they love you. You're
they
the most
love
handsome
me.
man on the internet.
See, like I'm the handsome heel, so
Yeah.
that's all.
So
That's
you're
all it
good. You're
is.
like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, competition's a good thing. in
Yeah.
any business. If you have no competition, you have nothing to compete against, you get stale. We saw that with WWE from 2003 to 20 whatever, 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Like you get
Well,
stale because you have nothing to fight against, right? So when you
exactly. WCW flipping back and forth between WCW and WWF was one of the most hyped times to be a wrestling fan.
oh yeah, because I got to see what Goldberg's doing and DDP is doing, but then I got to flip over here. I
Yeah.
need to see what's going on with Mankind, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Nitro was fire.
Oh, dude, up until like mid '99.
Yep.
Once mid '99 hit, it just went down the cliff.
Shout out to Bischoff and them.
I don't think it was Bischoff, honestly, because
Oh yeah.
well, I listen to his podcast every week because I'm a mark, and and just hearing what was going on behind the scenes with the AOL merger. AOL didn't want nothing to do with wrestling, so they quit caring. And the
Yeah.
way Turner allocated money, pretty much everybody's money was in one big pot, and they would just kind of put it here, put it here, put it here, and it kind of diminished what they were actually producing. Because
Yeah.
nothing at Turner was making more than WCW at that time. I don't care what anybody says. Like once the NWO took off, everything was WCW for Turner.
Yeah.
And it was just that brief little moment in history where it was beautiful. And then Bischoff left. They brought Vince Russo in. They brought Bischoff back, but in a diminished role. And it's a whole thing. I don't think it was all Bischoff. Not saying Bischoff's great at everything, but I think he was a decent promoter.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know,
his
man.
alliance
Maybe
with Hulk Hogan kind of tarnished some
it
stuff in
did.
TNA.
It did. But I forgive and bring Bischoff to AEW so we can get some more writing, diversity in there.
Need something. I think TK he's hired a few people to help write, but we need to get some of these old vets that like to do stories and stuff. Like their producers or agents, as they call them, are doing a great job. I think.
Yeah.
So
Man, this was fun.
anyway, we went off on a tangent there for a second.
We went
But
off on several tangents today, but honestly, like again, this is our first time to our audience. This is our first time, like we had sort of kind of a structure as to what we were going to talk about, but not really. So we
yeah, I
just
like
chatted.
just a little loosey goosey,
Yeah, yeah.
having fun,
A loose number two, if you will.
just being the twins.
Yeah.
So
Letting
I
you see
hope you
our
guys
personality.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
had a
you
good
check
time.
us out on the Insta, on the TikTok.
Ticky tick.
Check us out on YouTube,
Yeah,
Spotify,
all of it.
X,
Instagram, Facebook, X. We
everything.
everywhere.
We're everywhere. You see these beautiful faces. So, and we're working on some stuff behind the scenes. When we get some more information, we're gonna shout it out to you guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This is Nate, and the most
This
handsome
is
man on the
Ghost.
internet. Yada I mean.
Yarami.
This has been the Wrassle Twins. We love
Yeah,
and
man.
appreciate you
Love
guys.
y'all.
Peace.